This Dell XPS 13 is completely unusable under its own power. As soon as the plug is taken out, the battery goes from 100 to 0 within seconds. So let's see if this replacement battery can bring this laptop back to life. Alright, so I plugged in this laptop to demonstrate just how severe the issue actually is. As soon as the charger is unplugged, the battery icon turns red, indicating that there is a problem, and a warning message appears on screen. This is a clear sign that the battery is no longer holding its charge correctly. The charge level currently is showing 45%, so you might expect that there should still be a reasonable amount of life available at this point, and I'm going to leave the laptop unplugged so we can see exactly what happens to that percentage. The battery is now depleting extremely rapidly, and what would normally be a gradual decrease in percentage is happening within seconds. Within approximately 30 seconds, the battery has already dropped from 45% down to 37%, and I'll leave it running for a few more moments, and the percentage drops again to 26 in a very short period of time. And it doesn't stop there. Shortly afterwards, the battery percentage will fall all the way down to 1%. So in well under a minute, we've gone from having a battery that appeared to be almost half charged to having virtually no usable power remaining. This demonstrates just how severe the battery degradation is, and replacing the battery is necessary in order to restore this laptop to normal, usable condition. I have purchased this battery from Amazon, and it was not too expensive, just over 35 euros, and it was shipped quite quickly. We will now open this package and see what it comes with, as according to the advert, this should include everything we need for this repair. The package contains a T5 screwdriver to open the back cover of the laptop, as well as a Phillips head screwdriver to take the battery out, as well as the battery itself. Before attempting any repair, you should make sure that the device is completely off, and I will do this now. Now that the laptop is off, we will begin by removing these 8 T5 screws, followed by this 1 Phillips head screw to remove the back cover. Once the screws are removed, you can use the plastic spudger that was provided in the package to release some of the clips so the back cover can be removed. It does take a little while, but once you get a few clips released, you can use your fingers to pry open the rest of the cover and remove the back plate to reveal the battery. All right, so now that the back cover is off, we can take a closer look at the battery. As you can see, the battery appears to be the original part that came with the laptop, meaning it has been in use for over 11 years. The replacement that I have here is the same type, JD25G, as the original. And this means it should be fully compatible with the laptop and hopefully work just as well as the original battery did when it was new. Now there are 4 arrows printed on the battery showing the locations of the screws, which have to be removed in order to release the battery from the laptop. Once the 4 screws are removed, you can go ahead and disconnect the battery from the laptop. Once the clip is removed, please don't forget to remove these little bits of tape that is holding the battery onto the laptop. Comparing the two batteries, they do appear to be in the same cosmetic condition. The old one does not have any visible damage or swelling. However, it has reached the end of its lifespan, so it will be replaced with this new one. The reassembly process is pretty much the same. We put the battery into place, we connect it back to the laptop, and also attach the little bits of tape back onto the battery. Once that is done, we can add the screws back into the battery to secure it into place. Once the battery is safely mounted into the laptop, we can go ahead and close the cover, securing it with the 1 Phillips head screw followed by the 8 T5 screws. And we are all done. So given that it works, this repair went without any issues. So let's go ahead and try to boot the laptop up and see if everything went well. Initially, the laptop did take a while to boot up. It did hang there with the power button on for a few seconds before turning off, but then it turned on again, and it came up with an error saying that the time and date is not set, but this error can be easily bypassed by pressing the F1 button as it states on the screen. Once the laptop booted, we were greeted with some good news, showing that the battery percentage was 65%, which meant that the battery we have replaced is functional and the laptop is recognizing it. So what I will do now is I will turn this off, let this charge to 100%, and then do some tests to see how long this battery actually lasts. So after scientifically testing this new battery by watching a few YouTube videos and movies, I can confirm that it delivers around 5 hours of screen on time at 60% brightness. So this was definitely a success, and the replacement process was incredibly simple. The battery was relatively inexpensive, and most importantly of all, this laptop is now back to life. Thank you for watching.